Hello everyone, in this video I am going to talk about the lambda expression in Python. Now this lambda expression allows us to create a small and asynchronous function. It is a way to define a function in one line without the need to give it a name. The general syntax of a lambda expression is lambda, then arguments and the expression. Okay, here the arguments are the input arguments that the lambda function will take, and the expression is the operation that will be performed on these arguments. For example, suppose we want to create a lambda function that takes two arguments and returns their sum. We could do something like this: sum equals to lambda x comma y colon x plus y. Okay, so I'm going to run this, and the next step is I'm going to say a new variable called result and set that equals to sum, and I'm going to pass in values as 2 comma 3. Okay, here I'm going to say result to check what will be the result. Here we got the 5. Are you confused what is this is? Let me go ahead and show you the same thing how we can do using a function. We can say diff, I will say sum cal, and this will be the function name, and this will take some argument. First one will be x and the second one will be y colon, and here I am going to return x plus y. Okay, now the next step is I'm going to run this and create a new cell. I'm going to say print sum cal. I'm going to pass in 2 and 3 again. Here if we run this, we will see the same output. Using the lambda expression, we are eliminating this diff keyword, and also we are eliminating this return keyword. Then what we will do, we are going to remove this parentheses, and here also we can say sum cal as the variable name for this lambda expression, and I'm going to set that equals to lambda, the lambda keyword. Then here we are taking the same argument that we took in the function. So let me keep the function so we can demonstrate that. Okay, here sum cal is equals to lambda, then we are taking that argument here x and y, then after the colon we are returning the sum of this x and y. We are eliminated that return. Instead, lambda expression will return the value provided by here after the colon. Okay, so I can remove this and use that sum cal. I'm going to pass in a value like 5, 10. It should return us 15. Yeah, we have to print this. I'm going to say x y, xy. I will print the xy. Okay, now we got the 15. So here we are setting the lambda expression equals to a new variable. That means this will call to a lambda expression that defined here with values which are known as arguments. Then it will return the summation of x and y when we call to that lambda expression. Okay, Now lambda expression are often used in Python when we need to pass a small function as an argument to another function. For example, with the map or filter or reduce functions. They can also be used in situations where we want to create a function on the fly without having to define a named function. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the example. I'm going to create a new list called sequence. So I will say values as 1 2 3 4 5, and here we can use the map function. We have to pass in the lambda expression here. So the lambda expression can be created in line. I am going to say lambda, then arguments as something like var, and what I will do, put the colon, and I am going to return var multiplied by 2. As the second argument for this map function, I am going to pass in the list, which is sequence that we created here, seq. Alright, so this will return a map. What we can do, cast this to a list, and I'm going to set this equals to a new variable like my list, and I'm going to run this, and let's see the output, my list. Now we got everything multiplied by 2 itself. Okay, for the last time I'm going to convert this lambda expression to a function. So what I can do, I'm going to say diff multiply by 2, that will be the function name, and this will take argument which is var, and I will set colon. After the colon I'm going to set return var multiply by 2 itself, and then here instead this lambda expression we can pass in the function name which is multiply by 2. Now this map function will provide each value 1 by 1 to this function multiply by 2 available in this list, okay, in the sequence list. So when I run this, yeah, I have to run this also, and here in the my list I got the same output as the lambda expression. Okay, alright, I hope this video helps. If this video helps, please subscribe. Thank you.